Welcome back to the Scorching Hot Takes podcast. Me and Sam are very close and comfortable with each other again because on my sofa, they've nicked it. It's Mince.
Hello.
Hello, guys. Do you want to introduce yourselves, what you do in the band?
I'm Jamie. I play guitar and I sing a little too.
I'm Owen and I play guitar only.
I'm Matthew and I play the drums only.
We're missing George. Shout out to George. And shout out to Clem as well, who couldn't be here today because there's not enough room on the sofa. And we were just speaking about our hierarchical. Who's at the bottom?
Clem's at the bottom.
Yeah.
He'd be on that chair at the back
exactly,
then.
Yeah, well, I think it makes sense to kind of go in chronological order. I know you've spoke about it in your documentary that you did that was very cool. So, guys, check that out on YouTube at MINCE Band. But do you want to go through like how the name came about? Because I think Mince is an interesting name, but I think it's a great band name. How did that come about?
I wish George were to introduce that because it was George's idea.
Right.
And it was basically like him staring down into his bowl of spaghetti bolognese, that's what he claimed. And we had a few different name ideas and we just couldn't settle on one. And
We tried.
Yeah.
We failed.
We did.
And it came back to Mince, didn't it?
I think with band names, it's if you look long and hard enough at any band name, you'll think it's terrible.
Yeah.
And initially, I think when we started with Mince, people were like, "What? Why are you called that?" And then eventually, it just kind of sticks.
Yeah. They only sound good when you're then a good band and the name
Yeah,
has respect.
So it'd be terrible if we it'd be terrible if we were terrible.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
true.
they say.
Yeah.
Had it fast.
Also, they've got some great merch as well. We are very well modelling it, and their debut album, Pay to Leave, on record,
Is up there.
is up there.
That's not our debut.
No. But it's up there. Where can people find it?
It's on our website.
Yeah, we have a website.
We've got a website, which is pretty cool. We'll be selling it at gigs.
Go to gigs.
We're always playing good gigs too.
Not always.
A lot of the time,
We'll play.
we like gigging.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got CDs as well. And yeah, I mean, thank you for wearing the t-shirt on so many
No
of the
problem. It's very
podcasts.
comfortable.
Very comfy, looks
I've
great.
been wearing it all day outside and then sweating in it, so I do think I smell a little bit, but I thought I'd keep it on. I could have got
chilled.
chilled.
Planned this.
Yeah.
And this is
Well,
this is
actually,
just-
It genuinely, I think I put it on or reached for it in the wardrobe and I went, oh, today is Mince Day. So I kept it.
Oh,
There you are.
by chance we turn up. As well.
Yeah. Let's talk about like the actual album artwork then, because it's cool. I mean, it looks
Really
sick on
cool.
a t-shirt, and on
I think
the,
I said that on the gig. I think I said that the album art was really cool.
Yeah. So how did that sort of come about? Who designed it? All that sort of stuff.
Well, we worked with an artist called Bo Colson. Like, fantastic artist. Does a lot of like really good art for people in like the Leeds scene. She's done it for Bank Details. I don't know who else. She's just done one for a band called Great Unwashed, and that shirt is so good.
She did some of the Coal Mob stuff
Yeah,
as well.
Coal Mob as well.
And a lot of like the Private Reg gig posters.
Yeah, and she works for Wisecrack as well, which is a fantastic like promotional company. She's like the one you go to in Leeds, I feel, at the moment. I reckon so.
I feel like, her style is just so unique. And we kind of gave her like a little mood board, but just kind of said run with it. Yeah. And she came back with so many cool ideas, which was a bit annoying because it was hard to pick one.
Yeah, it took us ages, didn't it?
But we just really liked that guy.
It's really cool. It's kind of in between like tattoo sketches and like wood engravings.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
good mix
I
between
think that might actually be
really?
engraving, yeah.
But there's been a lot of discussion about who he is as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people say he looks like Hugh Laurie, Dr.
Like
House.
Yeah, it looks like House from his little
Yes.
from his little glass window looking at people.
Being a pervert.
But he is unnamed, and he's just
He's a bit of a hero of mine.
he's just a guy.
Mr.
Yeah.
I like Dr. House. So.
In some ways.
Yeah, in all ways. No,
I think a lot of the time when we have guests on, we like to ask them, before we get into talking about your music, the music that you've grown up with and what's massively been influential on you.
Yeah, I can start. Music for me. I've like always really been into music. My family are all pretty much all musicians as well. It started off with, and we'll probably go into it when we talk about the album, but pop music. Just loved pop music as a kid.
Yeah.
Just catchy stuff.
40.
Top 40, you had your Pop Party, your Now CDs.
So many
Just
now
fun,
CDs, yeah.
just fun stuff. And then as I got a bit older, into more like indie stuff, like Arctic Monkeys, things like that.
Yeah.
And then into my later teens, more of like that edgier, like post-punk kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like, when I hit like 18, 19, I was going to more gigs.
Yeah.
Especially around Leeds. I think there's always been such a good like post-punk scene and alternative scene. So yeah, that's me. Just fun music. I just like fun stuff.
Love that.
You're a fun guy.
Yeah.
Mine's almost exactly the same trajectory as yours, to be fair, Matthew. Like, you sort of, when you're about 16, 17, you fall into like Arctic Monkeys and stuff like that, and you just sort of went from there. Again to like post-punkier stuff, and then at uni, like, maybe more electronic stuff, to be fair, for me at uni, like electronica and indie-tronica and stuff like that. But
Mine's complete opposite. My parents hated stuff like that. They didn't have a radio, they didn't drive. So there were no chance to like listen to radio or all like that. So it were just main bands were like I don't want to say Limp Bizkit, but Limp Bizkit was one of them. Green Day, Linkin Park.
It's fine though because it's like a gateway drug to
Yeah,
better music.
exactly. I still vibe with it a little bit. But a vivid memory of mine is because my mum was like very anti like pop music and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess these things are still pop music. But I remember in like assembly, like on Wednesdays we had assembly, and we'd have to sing Mamma Mia by ABBA, and I'd like cover my ears. I'd cover my ears and refuse to sing along because I couldn't stand the thought of ABBA.
Yeah.
Ingrained from my mum. And now I think ABBA are okay.
Just okay.
come full circle, haven't we?
They're all right.
Just want to do your mum proud, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I'll always stick by Mum and Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst. They're my heroes, to be fair.
So if you were to maybe discuss like some of favourite albums of all time, what would be sort of coming to mind? Because I feel like in your music, definitely there's a lot of like post-punk elements, but I feel like you get influence from like different areas too. What would be, if we go in a opposite fashion, what's your favourite album?
Favourite album of all time is Guided by Voices, Alien Lanes.
Great
By it makes me cry sometimes when you have. I'm such a transition guy, and I think dynamics and contrast in music is like so important, and that is an album that will just at one point you'll be listening to something going, what's going on here, and then it'll just go into like the most beautiful 60s inspired lo-fi thing you've ever heard, like for example from Auditorium, and it's like him going auditorium, and it's so like weird. It's like baseless, like you don't know where it's gonna land. But it feels like it's got to land somewhere.
Yeah.
And then it lands on Motorway, and you're just like, and it's moments like that. It's the experience, and I really like Pavement too. So
Pavement are great.
yeah, Pavement are cool.
I don't think I can get as excited about my album as Jamie did, but I always just found myself going back to Velvet Underground and Nico, to be fair. Like, it just is one of the best
It's
ever.
just incredible.
Just, like, it seems a bit lowest common denominator to say, but just Nico's vocals on it are beautiful, and then, some of like, I don't know, the driving tracks like Waiting for the Man and stuff like that, just like the guitars, and that.
It's just that it almost sounds all the guitars almost sound wrong. It's like they shouldn't sound like that, but it works so well. It's Black Angel Death Song. Every time I listen to that, I'm just like, how is this 1967? Two, how has this even ever been made? It's so ridiculous.
For me, probably going back to like Arctic Monkeys, I think Humbug for me is like the perfect Arctic Monkeys album. It's got that like indie element to it, but it's a bit edgier. It's very poetic. I think all round, it's just a fantastic album.
Yeah,
That
I think
in any mood I can enjoy that.
Love Is a Laser Quest is probably up there with my favourite love songs of all time.
That's not on that.
I think
album.
when I was like 15, I would have.
It's not on that. That's on Suck It and See.
Yeah, wrong album, mate.
It's great.
Cut that.
I just wanted to talk about it.
Secret Door. I'd say that's up there as well. That's a really beautiful song.
Yeah, because there's the softer, like more poetic stuff, and then just like absolutely frantic tracks. And I can't think of the name of it. Like what came first, the chicken or the dickhead?
Pretty Visitors.
Pretty Visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
bars in that song.
Yeah, it is that one. I was thinking of Suck It and See again. Now thinking,
which is also a good album.
Library Pictures.
No, that is I think
I want to say that like Suck It and See is like the most underrated art.
I think I agree with that.
It is. I think if Brick by Brick wasn't on the album,
Brick by Brick's fine.
No, it's not. It's so.
Yeah.
I maybe agree that it's maybe underrated. I do prefer the first three though, but I'm with you, Matthew. For a while, I thought it was the first two, but then we did some like in our band tier list video. I revisited Arctic Monkeys' catalogue because I hadn't listened to them in a while, and Humbug really I remember saying to you that really stuck out to me. I think the like Joshua Homme sort of production and the more like stoner rock influence on it.
Yeah,
it gives it this psychedelic quality that the first two don't necessarily have, which kind of leans more into my my taste. But really enjoyed it when I revisited it.
Yeah,
so
I think that could have gone like one or two ways, taking them guys and putting them in a completely different environment to what they were in for the first two albums. And it could have completely flopped, but I think they just molded into that like desert rock kind of vibes so well.
Yeah. There's one band that I've put Surfer up there for a reason.
There's no way. Are you gonna? I completely agree. If you're gonna,
I was gonna say, and I don't think obviously we haven't ever discussed this. I think the first time I ever saw you, I think Pixies was the band that you kind of reminded me of most because it's like the really gritty guitar parts with like the really big loud choruses over the top. And it's really cool. It's very different to Pixies, but kind of has quite a similar formula. Do you guys like Pixies?
Yeah, man.
Love them.
Yeah. Just to jump in on that, to show this is actually quite a crazy coincidence. We've never discussed this, by the way, about like the sort of like Pixies comparison. I was sort of thinking in preparation for today, I was like, just like discussing influences, bands that might come up in conversation. I'm a big Pixies fan as well as you. I listened to Doolittle when I went on a run today in preparation for this because I was going to bring it up as a comparative point as well. So you could definitely see. I think the main thing for me with it is like your songs are very short and snappy. You know, like how to make a concise structure. Doesn't overstay its welcome at all. And I think Pixies are great at that. A lot of the tracks land in under 2 minutes. Is that something that was like a conscious thought when writing the album?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're the main songwriter here.
Well, I mean, I stole a riff from Gouge Away for Roadworks, and it's like dead similar to Gouge Away. Dead similar. I also I love Pixies. I'm a huge Kim Deal fan, and Black Francis as well is just like a legend. I heard that he really just wanted to make songs like Buddy Holly. Like he wanted like those hits, and he wanted them to be short as anything. And they really had to squeeze like minutes out of that album. Like the producers and like label people. So I'm led to believe. So because they were just like, what were it that was like really short? I think it was it's like Here Comes Your Man or something like that. Which is like so short, and they like forced him to write verses for it or something like that.
Yeah,
like. I love all like that. I mean, I love like stubborn geniuses. I love them. That's them.
We also practiced. I remember we flirted with covering a Pixie song at one point.
Did we?
Which one?
Yeah, I'm sure we did ages ago.
I think you do a good version of Debase. I was about to say Debase. I think
we did try Debase.
George didn't know words.
That's the usual thing. No, I'm rubbish with words as well. I always forget our lyrics. Always.
Even the ones that you've written yourself?
Oh, I've written them all myself. I've written all of them.
Out of any of the lyrics that you forget, surely it's got to be on like Roadworks when it's in French. Because I
can remember that. It's
you can?
No, I don't. Yeah. I don't know what it means, but like...
does it not? There's no translation?
No, there is. It's like Google Translate, which I think is funny. But it's just funny. Well, my idea for that was... the whole album is like based on like losers. It's meant to be people who are... I think we can all relate to losers sometimes.
Speak for yourself.
And that one was very much like, I really like this girl, but I have no idea what to say. So I'm just going to speak in a different language, and like the notation of the language, the tone of the language would do all the talking from it. And obviously, it's just like anyone who's like French. We played in France, and they had no idea what I was saying. I was like, did you know what I was saying? It's like, I didn't, but you tried. and that's all they care
Appreciate
about.
it.
Oh, that's funny.
I think you've sold yourself really short with that song though, because I think the translation is fantastic.
You're not French. How do you know? Like,
Because you've translated it.
I have,
And when
yeah,
people
I-
say
yeah.
to me, I love that song, I always
I know
go
what
back.
it means, but
I always go back to our chat when you first wrote it, and he's dropping messages in the group chat saying, "Oh, does anyone know what rhymes with this French word?" And you just got ignored. And then
I get ignored a lot. It's fine.
and then 10 minutes later, you came back with this full verse in French, and then the rough English translation, which is really good, and then also like syllable by syllable how to say it.
Yeah, that's what it's also about syllables for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Je te dirai toutes les belles
Yeah.
choses. And it's like, I'm probably absolutely butchering the pronunciation. But it just basically means, I think it's like, tell me all the words you like to hear. In my mother tongue, I can't say what I mean. So pardon my French, I'm going to, yeah. It's
That's quite good.
Yeah, no, there you go. You have sold yourself short on that.
yeah. But it's like, I can't speak French is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Much to everyone.
Bonjour.
But it gives a bit of humour to it, and it sounds good in context of the song, and it's catchy.
I think that's the main thing for us playing stuff. We just want to have fun. We just want to make fun music and enjoy what we do. So I think, especially for you, Jamie writes all the songs. He's fantastic.
A bit of help. We all put a little bit into it.
Yeah, but as concepts and structures all come from Jamie, and I think he's a fantastic songwriter and puts a lot of pressure on himself. And I think he's due to be like, here's a fun idea, I'll just do it. If it's a minute long, brilliant. Don't stress about what to add to it, what to do. We enjoy it.
Yeah,
move on.
Stuff at the of it.
Which is a bit of a struggle when we're putting set lists together. Because it's like, right, we've got 20 songs in here and we're playing for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. As individual instrumentalists, do you think you could cite one or a few people who play your own instrument that have been very influential on your style or anything like that?
For me, in particular, one drummer, and you'll have to check his name. I believe it's Matt Tong, who's the drummer from Block Party.
Yes.
Is it Matt Tong?
Yeah, I think it is.
Definitely Tong.
That rings a bell. That's someone.
Yeah.
I think it's Tong. I feel like it is Matt. Yeah.
But that first Block Party album in particular, it's just unbelievable how much he can express himself through drums.
Yeah.
Which I think the fills are so unique, but it also doesn't overpower any of the songs. It just fits right in. So I think, for me, I do like playing simple drums, but there's a few songs like Sad Old Jumper, which is a really fun one to play. It's just got so many little intricacies to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think when I go to want to hear good drums, I'll go to that Block Party album.
I think Matt Tong, we'll call him, has that same human drum machine talent as Stephen Morris of Joy Division.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slash Lord.
And it's got
the really fast double hat stuff. There's a lot of that on Silent Lamb, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And it's really, I assume, really hard. I can do it air drumming. Other than that, I don't know.
Who's the Maccabees drummer? He's crazy as well and stuff like that.
No idea.
Maccabees drummer. That guy.
That guy. Shout out that guy.
But yeah, and they have a woman that does the drumming live with them now. I've seen them twice in the last couple of years, and she's insane as well. She's ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd need to do those songs, to be fair. They need to find someone.
Oh, yeah. They're all just so intricate and so unique. But I think, for him, writing those parts, incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Owen, for you?
I'd say for me, somebody who probably don't get as much credit as he probably deserves, I think. In terms of post-punk guitarist, it's probably Sam from Yard Act. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
They were his use of the fretboard. We saw him live at Leeds in City last year, I think. Were they no, in the park.
In the park, I saw you there as well.
Just we're seeing him live, to be fair, just he's used to the full length of the fretboard and just some of the sounds he's making. It was just I don't know, but I feel like when people talk about guitarists, they always go to Page or Hendrix. But I don't know, I think in terms of the sort of music we play, I probably want to take more from somebody like that in that regard.
I think he did an interview and he sort of said, don't play with your fingers, sort of play with your head a little bit, sort of try and picture what you want to do and then replicate that, and that helps me a lot in songwriting as well. It's really Shipstone.
Something like that, yeah.
I remember we fact-checking on all this.
You're going to have to, blur out his mouth and then, do, an AI who all these people
We
are.
first saw them at Leeds Fest 2023.
Yeah.
How old were we then? 17?
Yeah.
We went to see them, and they were quite early on the morning, but they were the first main stage act of the day, and they were mint, and we thought they were sick. It was what's the trench coat one, whatever that song is,
Trench Coat Museum, yeah.
That was the moment where these are incredible, and then. Later on in the day, we were walking towards the BBC introducing stage, and the frontman and the guitarist walked past. So we went up to them, didn't we? And I was off my face. I went up to them really serious, like I was someone, I was I was oh, you've got a new fan. You've got a new fan. Just this random. I'm probably topless in a bucket out with a man bag on. Really like what you guys do. I'm so glad we got his appreciation. He made so much. Oh, I wonder if he remembers.
He did look quite startled when we.
Yeah, he went up to me. He was oh, okay, thank you.
But no, one of the most entertaining people to watch play his instrument now as well. Every time, because I saw him, I was front row at the Live at Leeds in the Park when they were playing. Of course you were. And I was just watching him the whole time. He's just so exciting to watch. What about you, Jamie? Then in terms of
frontman,
guitarist,
I should have been thinking about this, shouldn't I? When you guys were going around, guitarist. I think maybe songwriter. I really love, especially for this album, Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith? Who's Cameron Smith?
We're just making up names.
Yeah, I literally am. What's his name?
From what?
Is it James Cameron?
No, it's not James
Alex Cameron.
Alex Cameron. Fuck. Damn.
It's for Rhino.
Alex Cameron, songwriter. I don't really know if I have any inspiration for. I guess Andy Gill from Gang of Four. Originally, that was big inspiration, especially when you're doing post punk and things like that. Vocally, I change all the time. I think how I sing. I couldn't really. I don't know if you guys could if you've heard on album or anything that stands out.
In terms of vocal mixing, I mean, you and George kind of especially with some of the Pixies, I do think on some of the songs where they have the more distorted, fuzzy vocals, I think that comes across. But then on one of the songs, it's Penny for the Guide. That one, that first section of that, when you're a bit more melodic, there's something about that feels so nostalgic, even though it doesn't come from even though I only heard it last year. And I don't know, I can't almost pinpoint what that makes me feel, but it has a lot of, it seems very different to a lot of the other vocal performances on the album. It almost feels like a bit early 2000s kind of like dreamy indie sort of stuff, which always seems to be quite nostalgic, even though I didn't sort of grow up on that. But
I think that would have been me copying Tobin Sprout of Guided by Voices. Sorry guys, I love that band. I change it up quite a lot. Sometimes I try and go for Robert Pollard of Guided by Voices. Sometimes I try and go for
I think you need to get a little Guided by Voices count at the bottom of the screen.
I have
one up every time.
I have my Guided by Voices wallet in there. I might have my Guided by Voices.
Is this worse than me with Echo and the Bunnymen?
I wouldn't go that far.
I've been good lately.
But talking about Alex Cameron, he's such a good writer for characters who are just almost just not likable in the slightest. I think that really inspires me continuously to this day as a songwriter. I love writing about imperfect people, because I think that a lot of people try and represent themselves in the best light, and I don't get any enjoyment out of that. I love buggers. I love bastards.
Like an anti-hero.
Yeah, exactly. And he talks about some of the lyrics are really questionable, and it's if this was actually the guy, you'd hate him, but because he's playing characters, it's just brilliant. He'll sing about being in abusive relationships, or being the abuser, or being a has-been, TV show presenter. I just love these characters that he creates, and that's why I sort of try and do it on album.
I do seem to get really sucked into that kind of stuff as well, a narrative from the perspective of a really difficult character that you almost question yourself for why you like them.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of films and stuff that I like that. Have you ever watched Naked?
No.
If you've watched that, if you're particularly into film,
What,
Naked.
who's in?
It's what's he called? He's Inspector Gould and he's the guy in Harry Potter. What's he called?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's
I've
made
not
for film
seen.
knowledge.
Yeah, who's
I can never remember his name. He's also he
like
does
one of the
it.
professors.
He does a monologue on Where's My Utopia. He does what song is it? One of the songs on the yard.
Finch. In it, it's
not
from
Finch.
Harry Potter.
It's
isn't it?
the one who turns into a wolf.
Lupin.
Professor.
Yes,
Lupin,
it is. It's him. Yeah, he's
I
the
don't know the
actor in
actor's
it.
name.
Yeah.
That's a
I
really
need
good
to watch
film.
that, 'cause,
Won't
it
talk
is
about it
very
too much.
much,
It's incredible film. But yeah, stuff like that, and especially in music, films, books, whatever, a narrative from the perspective of following like a really difficult character that's a bit uncomfortable and a bit sickly. I'm there.
Yeah, just something that makes you feel something.
Yeah.
Because it's boring when you just from like a nice, perfect perspective. Because it just
Especially with like how like
it doesn't exist in real life.
no.
yeah, especially with how like saturated a lot of like music topics are now. I think the best way to get some more like creative and thought provoking songwriting is to kind of write from more challenging perspectives and.
The new sound Jordy Grape, in terms of narrative of character, that is honestly one of the best albums I've heard in years.
Yeah. I think particularly as well with like our love of like pop music as well. Love and the topic of love is so easy to write about because everyone loves something. But I think I really like the pathetic kind of love that you get, which in that Jordy Grape album is covered so well because he just comes across as an absolute freak. And I love that because we've all done stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe we've not tried to write a French verse to impress a girl, but we've done something embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so much fun.
Yeah, you need like some kind of peculiar twist on like a nice dainty topic just to make it. And just that makes it enthralling sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. There's not many people that can write like very sort of in your face like love songs. When I think of that, the best to do is Stevie Wonder for me.
Yeah.
Just his like joy of the world and like a hope for a like better place. Is so infectious. But a lot of the time, a lot of people, it's just like this is just so boring.
It's done now though. Do you know what I mean? Like the Stevie Wonder stuff or whatever. It's great. It's incredible. But you couldn't do it now because it's been done.
I know, but I do genuinely just think in terms of songwriting and stuff, he had something about him.
100%,
his like character and just like outside of the music, because he's just
It's
like,
organic.
Yeah.
There we go. 100%. But I mean, you know, I love you, Jamie.
I love you too, man.
You're no Casanova.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm not.
We've all got our foibles.
Absolutely.
Let's embrace that.
Absolutely.
Oh, and you might have to get out of the way.
That's why I put him there.
Human barrier.
No one's stopping us.
Yeah, let's get into the album then, Pay to Leave. My favourite song, Sad Old Jumper, so I'd like to talk about that.
I agree,
It's
by the way.
The longest track on the album. And didn't you speak about how that used to be just like your set opener and it was built around the guitar riff?
The connection.
Is it based off I Will Follow You too?
I don't really like you two. So
Oh my
that's
god,
fine, we don't, but-
that's insane though, because the riff is really quite. Do you know I Will Follow?
No.
Oh, that's absolutely mental.
Or something like that.
No, it's got.
You're way off. I just made up a song.
not far off, but it's not the I Will Follow chorus section to the YouTube song. It's the riff at the beginning is really similar, and then the crescendo with the Your Eyes section. It has like the same kind of thing. in
Oh
that
wait,
song.
I think your dad mentioned something about.
Oh,
this.
did it?
Yeah,
I
he might
have
have
no
done
idea.
actually. Unless you guys did, like when we.
Maybe I've brought it up before.
Because I feel like I remember having a conveation with your dad, and he was like, "You're into YouTube."
Shall I show it now, or should we do it after?
Oh, we do it after.
I'll show you after. Genuinely,
It's quite a straightforward like riff, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
It's just like very much on like the 12. It's like on the harmonics. It's just noise in it.
But it's so
yours goes like, and then it does like the That's good.
That were a note. That's it. It's little things like that. The little
Yeah.
That you, man.
Yeah, I'll show you at the end. That's a crazy coincidence because I thought, obviously, no one could ever claim that anything is entirely completely original. Everything's a little bit influenced or whatever. So I didn't know if maybe you've got, we really like this and we really like that. Let's make a song that's completely different but have those two kind of sections in it. That's mental that you don't even know those sections.
No. I mean, the Your Eyes part was like, I saw this video on YouTube of like how many times Julian Casablancas in The Strokes just like says certain phrases or references a certain thing, and he says "your eyes" like a lot, and I would just like throw "your eyes" in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good phrase.
Yeah.
I'm glad it developed into what it is, because the first time we played it, I think we prepared it for like our second ever gig.
Yeah, third, because the second we don't talk about.
We don't talk about
the second. Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of like
the second gig if you want to.
it was kind of like an introduction song. So it was like an instrumental where we'd play it, and then at a certain point, George had come out and the crowd would cheer, and no one cheered.
No, they did. So what happened was we kept doing breaks in it. We kept doing the part where it's like as you lay there. That part didn't have any lyrics, and like you didn't even like tap all the time.
No.
So people thought it ended like 3 or 4 times. So when we actually did stop, everyone was just silent. And then George walked in the silence. Just walked in like he does, like with his head down, and everyone cheers because they see like George get up on the stage. It's like, okay, it's over. That's why you got to say thank you at the end of the song. That's like the number one.
We learned.
Say thank you at the end of the song because people know it's over then.
Yeah, fair.
Get awkward.
Yeah, so how did, in terms of, so that started off with just kind of being like a bit of an intro, like how did you then want to like approach it in terms of like songwriting and adding lyrics to it and like building it to be what it is now?
Gonna have to rack my brain for that one. What did we...
I think you just like sent a voice note in one day and you was like, I've made more to this song, like I've thought of some words, I've thought of another part, shall we make it bigger?
Yeah, cause I think I just like, the bits that we did have, there was quite a lot, but it was over a short space of time. So I just like did it. The thing is, it was like Clem like wrote the I wrote this the bit, but he was like, let's add this another part where it goes up a fifth and does the same thing again. It comes back down. It lands quite It lands quite interestingly.
Yeah.
So it was just about fleshing that back, and then I think we did the ending where it was like the spoken word sort of bit.
Yeah.
And that again is all just based around these like 4 chords. It's an F, A, C, and a E.
Face.
Yeah, face. Fabada, or whatever they say.
But I think recording that, so we recorded the whole album live at Eiger. There was a couple of overdubs. The lyrics were dubbed over.
Couple of extra guitar bits.
But the majority of it was recorded live.
You did capture that live sound really well.
Yeah,
Definitely, yeah.
And that's what we wanted, because I think we're quite a fun band live, and we're raw.
Definitely,
and it's hard sometimes to come across like that in a studio.
To play as well, is it? Like,
yeah,
I just think we feel most comfortable playing them songs just all together, and we know each other's cues and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it matches like what the album's about. Like, we're not perfect. We don't want it to be exactly perfect. But recording that song was horrible, because it's like the only song that's like over 3 minutes, 4 minutes on the album, and it was the first song we recorded. Well, obviously you've got the intro to it in Globetrotters, but we spent like a whole day on that, just playing it over and over.
There were
again.
there were issues, weren't there, with the routing in the studio? Like there was a wire or a connection that wasn't working between like the bass amp and the studio, so it was just like
So that first day, so we recorded it over 4 days. The whole album
with Jack Grant from 113. Have you guys seen 113?
No, I don't think no.
Oh, amazing! Definitely check them out.
Band.
Shall do.
But yeah, so we recorded on that first day, and we just did Sad Old Jumper.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, we were sick, and we were like, oh God, we're not going to get all this done.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the rest of the album is so fun and frantic, because we were just like, right, we've got 3 days, let's just smash through these tracks.
Remember when I got the violinist in? I was like, guys, we need a violinist. See, I try and be like the mad genius, but actually I'm just an idiot.
It sounded sick though. Sad Old Jumper did have a violin at one point.
Oh really?
Well, it was actually Globetrotters.
Globetrotters into Sad Old Jumper.
Right. Yeah.
But I got this guy in because I was like, I just want something else on it. And it were really good, bless him. I tried to give him like the song to sort of practice over, but he could only read like sheet music, and I didn't know how to do sheet music. So I was like, just do anything over that. And he does it in the room. I can see Jack's fuming.
It was the last day of recording.
Fuming. And he doesn't say a word for the whole time that he's there. And then it takes a while, doesn't it, to sort of get a time
Yeah.
bit we're happy with. Because I don't even think he knew what key it were in, so it were like really like...
He was just riffing
Yeah,
as much as you can on violin. He was great.
And he left, and then Jack turned around and said, well, we're going to have to delete all that. We're just wasting an hour. I love Jack. He's very stern sometimes, but I think you got to be as a producer.
You need that though. Like, when you're limited for studio time, you're like, honestly, guys, make the most of it. Just do whatever you want. Don't even worry if you have an album by the end of it. As long as you just have fun, it's fine. You've got to have a bit of pressure, haven't you? Otherwise, it's not.
I think he was the perfect guy to do it with because he is so to the point.
He is.
And he'll
Did you
just
feel
tell you
like
to shut up if
you were really happy with the outcome then? Because I assumed there would have been like demos recorded of certain songs and everything before, or did you just? Or did
Never.
you,
really? I did.
I
I did like demos on like Logic.
Right.
I don't have anything for Logic. I always wanted to do it on my 4-track, but we never came around to it. But we might do.
Never
something.
So a lot of the songs on the album then is that like their first ever recorded version?
No, there were demos, but it was just like Logic.
Right.
I had no like connection to it because
right.
it's just digital recording just to get an idea down. I don't think much really changed from it. I think we just try to replicate the demos a bit, but there were no like qualms if we like went in a different direction with it.
It seemed to come together quite quickly. I know you had like a lot of songs on the go, but it seemed like all of a sudden just sent us like an unlisted YouTube video to Jamie and was like,
"Oh yeah,
what do you think of this for like an album EP?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, that's amazing." And then we all went round to me flat with like Bob and showed it to him.
Yeah.
Like, would you want to release this? And he was like, "Oh,
this
is
like release it as is." I'm like, no.
yeah.
He
He
wanted you to just release the voice note or whatever.
But I think that's a testament to just how good it was. Like, obviously, it wasn't as polished as it was. It wasn't good enough to put out onto a record.
I don't have demo-itis, I'll tell you that much.
I was going to say though, because that's the thing that I feel like would be such a hard thing, especially when you've only got 4 days in the studio. Because if you've got like loads of label funding and they'll just say, just get the album done, you can have as long in the studio as you want. If demo-itis would be the worst thing ever.
Yes.
But if you're limited to 4 days, you can't get a song right, and then you end up releasing an album you're not happy with, that'd be so horrible.
No, it would. I think we're also quite laissez-faire.
You can overthink stuff as well.
Yeah.
I think if
Yeah.
you've got too much time.
Definitely.
We never like, we don't like that take because this thing ain't quite right. We was like, we're happy with it overall. Let's do it.
I think you can hear, if you listen out the very end of the album, after Go West, everything kind of clicks off and you can hear me in the background go, like, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, that's literally the vibe of the entire album.
Yeah, but I think that spontaneity and like the live sound, it all sort of comes together and it gives that, it feels like a moment and it does give you that live energy, which I think, especially for a lot of post-punk music, if it has really polished production where everything's just like quantized and it's all just like it's way too perfect, it loses a lot of the energy and the drive that you want from a lot of these songs. Like you couldn't imagine a song like Sad Old Jumper that's just like so rigid and stiff.
Exactly.
It's got to be like thrashing like it is. So I do think it's definitely a very good sort of curation point to record it live. Do you think you'll carry on going forwards doing it like that, recording live?
Well, I want to push my so what I do a thing called Contact Buzz, where I record like bands in local scene on my little 4-track. It's a big 4-track now. I've upgraded. I'd love a real trashy garage like album if we did it, or like anything going forward. Like I absolutely love like tape. Like in the tape saturation that you get from that.
Yeah.
Obviously, being a Guided by Voices fan.
Ding.
That's what I
I don't know that.
I think it just plays into the thing of us wanting to have fun because we have recorded singles and that, which sound fantastic, but we have played into a click, and I think for us it's more stress than it's worth.
Yeah.
We just want to do something fun.
I think as well, if they'd give us another 4 week, let alone 4 days, well, bloody hell. If they'd give us another 4 week on that album, I don't think it'd have been any better than it ended up being after the 4 days. I think we just, like you said, it's sort of captured in a moment and then that's it. Because I think you can overthink it and deliberate too much.
Sometimes it's
too
better.
much stuff like
That's like
violins and stuff like
Ziggy
that.
Stardust.
Exactly. There you go. One of the best ever.
I think if we did do another album, I think it would be even quicker, even trashier.
Yeah.
More.
One take, and that's it.
Yeah, that's
I like that.
I do like that. I'm not massively into like hardcore punk stuff, but I love them 4 Minor Threat EPs.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The Minor Threat ones are brilliant.
They're so good.
Oh,
It's also like Bottled Violence, the cover of 12XU, like they're genuinely unbelievable. So I could just listen to them all day. When it's just like 1 minute of just pure release. It's like therapy.
I like the Minutemen stuff as well. They're like similar, just so fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there any more like upcoming Mince stuff in the works? I mean, you've got gigs coming up with, there's one, well, this video will be coming out this weekend, so they'll have just played on Friday. But then,
great gig. What a great gig.
Yeah, it was such a good gig. But then, if you're seeing this on Sunday night and you've got nothing to do on Monday night, it is independent venue week, so there's going to be loads of stuff on, so get down to many gigs. You could come down to see Mince perform. Where is it at? Actually, Hyde Park Book Club. It is Hyde Park Book Club in Leeds. You've got nothing on Monday. Come see Mince, and there's a secret headliner as well. So as well as other great bands like Hit List.
And we'll be there as well, so you can come and have a chat with us.
Yeah, we haven't been in book club in a while, so looking forward to that.
Buy us beer.
But yeah, in terms of any upcoming stuff, is there anything in the works at the moment, or are you just sort of like rallying out, pay to leave?
We've got to sell that thing first.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got plenty of them sat in wardrobe and spare room that we need to sell, so we'll worry about that first. And
fair.
Yeah.
I think an aim for us in the next few months, I think, is to start writing a bit more. Like we've got 1 or 2 tracks that aren't released.
We do. Yeah.
But I think we really enjoy doing this like bigger project. So get a couple more tracks under our belt, try some new things. But yeah, for the moment, we're just enjoying the album. Yeah.
As you should.
And we've got our own little like projects as well. I think while we're selling it, I think we sort of like move it. I mean, you're doing content nausea. I'm doing a concept buzz. Clem's got his own band that he's trying to like start up as well. I think we're going away to come back to sort of like pull his ideas together. I think that's the stage we're in at the moment. Not going away. We're still doing gigs and stuff. We're still seeing each other like every other week. Whatever. But yeah. So, I mean, we have Looking for Love. We'll do something with Looking for Love. Definitely. I love that song. That's a proper, again, same sort of vibe. You might we probably played it live when you guys were there, but it's about it's not even a love song. It's just like looking for drugs, but it's actually looking for love. So it's like it's just basically everything sort of saying I'm trying to find drugs, but you just put love in there, and it's like it's kind of a fun vibe.
I like that.
Did you know that he was looking for drugs? That's actually what it is.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Not that I'm much of a user or an abuser, but I just think that's a funny thing. Mention
drugs are cool.
Yeah, they're cool, historically. But Three Legs gets a mention in that song. That's it. That's it. We just talk about the Three Legs, but it's like an idea of like a guy who's just stood outside of Three Legs looking for drugs.
Perfect.
Fair enough. Straight to the point. No messing.
But yeah, going back to that book club gig, amazing lineup. You mentioned Clem's other project, which features Maddie from Hit List.
Oh, nice.
Who are on that bill. Do you have the name of Clem's project?
I'm going to say Fat Sock.
We're going to call it
British Society's Fine Pink Mist.
Fat Sock.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's such a great name. But keep an eye out because they have been recording stuff.
Yeah, they've got stuff.
And
we'll be peddling it like crazy, probably.
Yeah, and I mean, Clem is such a talent, and Maddie is incredible.
Yeah.
So, Fat Sock. You heard it here first.
Fat Sock, people.
Fat Sock.
All right, cool. Shall we sort of start rounding up by discussing some hot takes?
It's that time. It's that time. Who's going first?
You want to go first?
I can, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
could you?
Yeah. I had a scorching hot take.
Here we go.
About scorching hot takes.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is to the haters.
Can I just say something?
Oh.
We've only ever had one of these before where someone's made a hot take about us. Oh. What was that band called?
Orchestra for Now.
Do you know the Orchestra for Now?
Yeah.
They're actually really good.
We got an interview with them, never got posted because live at Leeds, we were going everywhere, seeing gigs, interviewing people, trying to make loads of content, trying to do our best and everything. And so I was the only one at the Orchestra for Now gig, and Sam was
with the North.
You were at Gravy after on your own as well.
Yes.
Like, so we had
Shout
to
to
split
Billy
off.
from the
We had to split off. Yeah, shout out Billy.
And Gravy.
Yeah,
Harrison.
Yeah, and then so it was just me there, and then I was waiting around for ages and everything, and then the tour manager, none of them were messing with me, it was the tour manager, and they was like, oh, they're just in this back room, whatever. So unbothered and everything, and then when they were doing the questions, all of them were just talking amongst themselves, and one of them was answering the question, and the first two he answered, I can't remember what his answers were, but they were like so boring and vague and just did nothing. So I was like, you're fully not doing yourself a favour. I'm giving you a massive opportunity. Yeah. This could get millions of views. Like the Senor Pink one, how many views? 1.7 million views. No one's turning that down. And then the last question, I said, obviously, and what can you give us a hot take and everything? He's like, oh, I don't think you have any reason to be interviewing me when there's only one of you here.
What?
So we never posted it.
Oh my days.
It's a good job because it sounds like a absolute snooze fest.
I feel like he was joking, and I feel like he was trying to be a bit sarcastic, but it was a bit like there's a fine line because it's not just that, but everyone else was just. But we were like on like a stair set, and me and him were at the bottom, and he was the only one that wanted to even answer the questions, and all the rest of them were just like smirking and chatting and whatever.
I have to say as well, from watching it back because I wasn't there,
it was so awkward. We were still like a bin area.
I watched it, and you could tell kind of from the atmosphere that even if he was joking, it
did land.
Yeah,
should have headbutted him.
Yeah, it came across quite like disrespectful in a way. Anyway,
get
away from that. What's your hot take, Matthew?
It can't be any worse than that. I just wanted to say to all the haters that might be out there for Scotch and Hot Takes is that I think these guys are absolutely fantastic at what they do.
Who doesn't think they're fantastic?
That's a cold.
I was going to say it's cold.
No. Well,
there's a few to be fair.
Oh, you've got your haters out there, sure.
Weirdly, we've got. I'd say about 90% of stuff is positive / just contributing to the conversation, and 10% negative. But all the 10% is like die-hard haters. We've got like a top 10% of like people who love us and watch every video and always commenting. We love them all. But then there's also like 10% that are just as committed, but just to hate it. Like there's a few that comment on every video. There's one of them. I'll just say his name because he knows who he is. He's called Harry Termans or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like a professional swimmer or something. And every single video, he just fully slates us like, get a real job and everything.
I respect that. Keep it up.
Swimming.
But then the other day though, we did a video where you were saying the best song Definitely Maybe, and he always gets annoyed when we say anything remotely not licking the penises of every Oasis member. If we're not positive enough, he's fuming. And Sam's literally saying and this guy, he put like, he said you can't hit on that, you twinks. You can't hit on it, twinks. And then Sam says, we're literally praising it in this video and laughing face mode. You went, fair play, mate. I don't think we'll be hearing from him again. And if we are, that's genuinely ridiculous. Swim away.
But that's the thing, I always say, like, with love comes hate. It's a cliche saying, but I think it's so true, because the other thing is as well, like, if people are so much more likely to, like, comment something negative, there's so many people that just don't comment on any videos, but that will still be enjoying what's being put out. And it's the same with, like music and stuff. There'll be people that you never, like, see or know that are still enjoying it. So it's, for anyone out there making content, it's been said before, but just don't listen to the haters.
No, I don't think you're doing it right if you don't have some haters. No. You know, you want people to have opinions about you.
Podcast for a reason.
Exactly. You can't have a Scotch and Hot Takes podcast if you're a fan.
We're not called the Boring Agreeing with Everybody podcast, are we?
It's meant to be divisive.
But I will say, I wasn't a hater as such, but I was a skeptic about you guys. When you first were popping up on my tits off, I'm like, oh, here's two guys talking about music.
Well, two white men with a podcast.
Yeah, I was like, we needed another one of those.
Straight white men.
Like, oh yeah, these guys like Pink Floyd. All right, yeah, sure. And then I saw you came to our Domino gig.
Yeah. I was absolutely battered. What was I doing? I remember doing something really bad. I was I think I was like behind on you like that. Hand on your heads or something.
I think it was Senor Pink that you were doing that to, because Senor Pink were there.
Yeah, they were opening.
I never go in the Domino without being steaming anyway. So that's probably why.
But I remember, I remember being outside just before Senor Pink went on, and I saw you guys were there, and I was sweating. I'm like, oh my god, Scotch and Hot Take, guys. I was like, they're going to hate us. They're going to rinse us.
I thought you guys were going to hate us.
Well, that's the thing. We have openly said we will happily we're 100% honest.
Yeah.
Like when we don't like a band, we'll make that very clear.
Yeah.
We don't go out and especially uppercomers, we don't go out there and make any negative content about them. We're obviously, I want the best, but we keep quiet.
Yeah.
But we would like someone, we're very vocal.
We would never outwardly, if a band had not reached out to us and never seen it or anything, we would never say this band shit, whatever. Especially upcomer. If they're big, don't care. They're big enough anyway. They're bigger than us. Yeah. But that
the orchestra for now.
But if people have come to us and said, do you want to review some of our music or something, we do say, we will just let you know we are going to be 100% honest.
Yeah.
So if you want to take that risk, that's fine.
That's the way to be.
So I saw you outside the gig, I was sweating it, and then I thought, you know, I'll just speak to them. And speaking to you both, you both just the loveliest guys who genuinely love music and know a lot about music. And it's just really cool to talk to you. And then Senor Pink played, and I thought, all right, because I think you guys are mates with Senor Pink anyway. So, and I thought, all right, they've watched them. They'll go. They'll go. They won't watch us. That's fine. And then we started the set, and I look up, and I'm like, oh God, they're watching us. And I was like, oh no. And then
Lord Sugar's in the room.
I was so nervous. I think I texted you afterwards saying like, "Oh, thanks for watching us. I really appreciate that." I'm like, God, I hope they don't.
It's still so mental. This is like we talked a bit about this with Bob. Not that we're celebrities anyway, but like just being like locally well known people with a certain. It's such a peculiar thing because like. Maybe when I'm going to a gig now, I expect like a couple of people maybe come up to me or whatever. But when it's like you just doing your shopping and stuff like that, it's such a peculiar thing. And then like when you hear about people like actually being impacted by you, but like, oh wait, they're here. That's so strange to me still. I don't think I'll ever get over that.
And then
because we just see ourselves as like the peep show. We're not big or serious in any way. We're just idiots.
And then the next time we were playing at Book Club a few weeks later, like when the album came out, and I saw you guys there. I was like, oh, you're here for the gig. Yeah. We were like, yeah, I already got tickets.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I remember that, yeah. We were sat on the bench on the side, I do remember.
That's like so cool.
That's the gig we got these t-shirts from, isn't it? And the CD. And we stuck the CD on in the car on the way home the day after.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we actually did. Yeah, we were driving home the next day. That's Hornsey. Fucking anyway.
Doxed.
I've been to Hornsey, lovely place.
Well, I'm from Hornsey, Sam's nearby. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm chilling. You're cooking.
But I think, getting to know you guys and just to you know, to say this directly to all the haters, these guys are fantastic. And I think they play such an important role in not just music podcasts, because that's cool, but in the local community, getting involved with things, supporting upcoming bands, but being genuine at the same time. It honestly means a lot.
Massively appreciate it.
That means a lot to us as well, because I've been saying for a while, like, it's all well and good us discussing the music we like, but I want to be part of a movement. Like I want to do what I can to kind of like, because it's easier to sell a conversation than to sell music. People are always going to be like watching like reactions and other people discuss music that they like. So it's easy for us to kind of help promote the stuff that we're into. And people seem to think that we have some sort of credible taste. I don't know. I doubt it, but some people like the music that we're listening to, so it does then sort of hopefully translate into the bands and artists that we're supporting in the upcoming scene, and that's what it's all about. And we get to go and see a load of great gigs on the back end of it. It's great fun.
And people buy us beer sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's what it's all about.
Can I tell you about my hater story? I've started, just recently started Contact Buzz, and I basically put like just an update video saying, guys, I'm not going to be charging £25 anymore. I'm going to be charging 50. That's it. And a guy I get one comment, and it's like, oh, 50 quid. You better afford a decent haircut then. I was just like, so raw.
We've been absolutely rinsed.
Who hurt you, Graham?
How bad have our hair comments been? That's the. I'm not out of all the things you'd think it'd be like. Oh, these guys have no idea what we're talking about. Genuinely, the main thing is his hair comments.
You can't come back from it either, can you?
Sorry, what?
You can't come back from that. No. Because it's like, you can't be like, oh, well, no, my hair's cool.
And the thing as well, it's like, well, we recorded a batch. I've got a massive forehead. I'll just do the reveal now.
I'll do you one better. I don't think I'm.
Go to the comments now.
Got a bigger
but I got a haircut. It was really short, and it was actually. I came over and I was buzzing, and you and Drew were like,
"I thought you looked sick.
Mate, you look really good." And it's because before I'd had so much hair, I looked terrible. And then it was good, and then we recorded, and then editing the videos and everything, and then like person was like, "My hair looks shit on camera," and then literally every video was like, "Was that done with the chopping board?" Blah 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 blah. And then because it was like because it was the pre-Christmas stuff, and we had like 3 weeks of videos of me with this terrible haircut. Every single one of them, I look like I've cut my hair with a meat cleaver, and your hair was so long. But then there was like gaps in, and you could just see that you were slightly receding. So
we got rinsed for a while, but that batch is done now, so we've moved
both
on.
had haircuts, which is
we're looking fresh now. I think
I've got to stop cutting. Like I get my girlfriend Elle to like cut my hair like round the back, and then like I'll do the front. Mate, it's one too many. I'd need to go back to Sammy Trim. Shout out Sammy Trims.
Oh, Sammy Trims, what a guy! The mullet king.
Yeah, the mullet king. I don't get a mullet, but I've heard he's the king of mullets. So
nice.
Should we have another hot take from either of you?
Go on.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll let you.
My hot take. I'm thinking about. To be fair, I had two, and like I'll speak briefly about the Velvet Underground one because you mentioned it. I think Velvet Underground are the most directly influential band to ever exist. I think,
Agreed.
I think the more because it's like how many people are like, oh, I want to sound like the Beatles. It's rare. It sort of like comes at it through like inspiration from another person who's really like the Beatles. People are still trying to sound like Velvet Underground. I think when you look at pop, I think it's such a mishmash of different like inspirations you couldn't even pinpoint it. I think Velvet Underground are the most influential, directly influential.
Yeah, and I think the thing is as well for me, especially when you look at the Velvet Underground and Nika, it's influential in so many different ways on different genres. Because as much as it's like a really avant-garde and experimental album, a lot of the songwriting in it, partly the topics that are covered, like talking about like Venus in Furs was like a novel or in like the early 1900s or something like that, I think, and it was like the first like published thing of like a dominatrix. Like topics like that, and
just didn't get spoken about.
Casually picking up drugs and all these kind of things, like the topical side of it, but also there is some class pop songwriting on there. There's so many different aspects of it that are so influential in so many different areas.
I think they're the first pastiche band as well. I don't know if I think they're the first band to sort of like seem like they're mocking or mimicking another like genre, but putting their own massive twist on it. Yeah. And I feel like you could put them in, like I used to have like playlist of like, here's like things that have no sort of real pastiche, the start of like, 60 to like 75, where it feels like a real original thing, not like a remix on something else. Yeah. But I couldn't put Velvet Underground in that group. Yeah. It feels like such a remix of like 60s pop and like music, like the French music, and just everything. It felt like such a mishmash that you just can't. First pastiche band for me, if that means anything to anyone.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Yeah. But my proper hot take is, I'm gonna do it, guys. Yoko Ono is goated.
Ooh, that's a unique one. So I salute you for that. Give a bit of backup.
I think she's brilliant. I always think back to the comments that I read when I watch, that video, everyone's seen it, where John Lennon and Chuck Berry meet up and they're playing the guitar. She's goated for that.
That was so loud.
That's and I love the Beatles. I like John Lennon's music. He's a wife beater. He forgot about his son from his first marriage. Yeah. He's a nasty, nasty person. And let's not get into too much. Let's not get too much into Chuck Berry. You know what I mean? He's a child rapist. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a bit heated for this podcast.
It's fine.
These are two kind of despicable men who have been held up by the capitalists, society. And have been held up as these heroes, even they are not. They're not respectable people. You have Yoko Ono in the middle going, I'm not having any of this. I'm going to scream my lungs out and just make as much noise as I can because she's the disruptor. And we should be disrupting things like this. Yeah. She's a classically trained singer. She's a very talented woman. I was speaking to Cobby, who's at a point, if you know, they're playing at Regstown very soon. He's a massively talented guy. He told me that she was tasked with giving notation to a thunderstorm. So she was listening to this thunderstorm recorded, and she was playing it on the piano and MIDI before MIDI. Listen to the John Lennon Yoko Ono stuff. Listen to the Plastic Ono Band. Fantastic. Them both together. Kiss 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 is such a good song. Yoko Ono deserves none of the hate that she gets because the Beatles all liked her. They had no issue with her. It's just a media created thing of she's the disruptor. She's terrible. She's she broke up the Beatles. It's a load of rubbish. Yeah, load of rubbish. And you won't have B-52s if it weren't for.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Respect.
That's right. You know what? That honestly,
cooked.
I think that in terms of on that sofa, that might be the best hot take that we've had so far.
Yeah, I do think so because a lot of the time people just throw things out there and they can't back it up. But you came with the ingredients.
I've been trying it on a few people. I've been thinking about it while I've been doing floor walk at HMV when I just so that's one of the things. Floor walk is just walk around walk around for an hour. I've been thinking. I've been cooking that one up.
Oh.
And I hope you all agree. You're going to get some major hit from that.
In fact, I've never properly dived into Yoko Ono.
But I'm going to now off the back of that. You've got me. You've changed my mindset because I was probably just like I was a bit lazy in terms of it. I just kind of went with like the general narrative, and I've not formed my own opinion.
She's an artist. You know, that's what she does. She was brought into a pop world, and she stayed true to herself. Yeah, I think she's iconic.
Preach. All right, finish off. Owen, you got one?
It's not necessarily about other artists as such or music as such. I have had the exact same pedal board that I've played with since I started MINCE, and I feel absolutely no need to buy any more pedals. I think some people can overconsume with the pedals and get these big bloody Strymon ones that are 250 notes.
Yeah.
I've got, how many pedals have I got? 5 on there.
Some of them are tiny little...
Some of them are tiny little stomp boxes, and I don't want, and I don't need any more, and I don't think I'm ever going to get any more until one of them blows up. Yeah. I feel like I've found what I like now, and that's what I'm going to stick with. So that is my hot take. You don't need to overconsume gear.
You've got to have as a guitarist as well to stand out in a band. You want to have your sound as a guitarist. If you have like 8 guitars with you on stage and 50 different pedal boards, depending on what song you're going to do and everything, you kind of don't have your voice or identity as a guitarist. It kind of just gets rinsed and you become like a karaoke act, just doing different styles of guitar with every song. Yeah. I think that's good. You've got your style. I like that.
Yeah, some good takes from the MINCE lot over here.
That's what we do.
Some good takes. Respectable. I like that one as well because it's unique. Often people are just like, oh yeah, Pink Floyd.
It's just a shit.
Pink Floyd is shit. That's what we have a lot.
I've never been big on idols.
Ooh.
Wait, did you not that big on idols?
Never been big on idols.
And then it just
can't dig his voice.
I really like Tank. I really liked that last year when Pop 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 came out. I remember watching the music video for the single and thinking this is pretty fun because I'd never got into idols before that. I'd really struggled, and then that came out. I was like, I just quite like this, and then I really liked Tank. Bought it, liked it for a few months, and then I've not actually cared since then. To be fair, but
Tank never did it for me. But that first album.
Yeah,
forgot the name. The Brutalism. Yeah, that's just pure punk.
Yeah,
I do enjoy Joy as an Act of Resistance every now and again. Some fun bits on that. I feel like that first album, bridging the gap between like old school punk and like modern post punk.
Yeah,
absolutely. First 2 albums for me.
Yeah,
I think a band similar to them, and I don't know where they're from in America, but they released an EP last year. They're called MS Pain, and they released an EP called No Separation. They have a similar vocal style to Idols. But a lot more sort of like synth punk driven. I massively prefer them because I feel like it's just a bit more like ambitious and has a bit more of their own identity. Not that Idols don't, but this is something quite like new. It's like modern sort of punk because the synths are super like dystopian and like otherworldly, but you still got that like hardcore energy. So yeah, check them out if you're into like Idols or like the modern punk scene because I think they're severely underrated. That was one of my favourite EPs from last year.
I think my favourite thing that Idols have ever done is when Joe Talbot, he's called, he did do you remember when you were like really little, they'd have like celebrities on CBeebies to like the bedtime stories. Joe Talbot did one in like his really nice gruff voice. I genuinely started questioning things. It was a bit mad. I was just watching like, whoa.
Yeah, fair play. Right, well, is there any final words of wisdom that you guys have?
I don't think
anything you
ain't got any wisdom.
Anything you want to shout out? Where can people find you?
Leeds. I'm going to do contact, but I'm sorry. No.
We're on MINCE Business.
Yeah, I know we're on MINCE Business. Not to do with contact.
Yeah, we're on Instagram. Yeah. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook.
Just about, yeah.
Threads.
Are we?
I think we're on Threads.
We're not on X anymore, are we?
I'd say don't bother with Facebook. We've got one guy who gets involved on Facebook. I love him, Ricardo. I still need to send him a vinyl. What a legend. So shout out to Ricardo. But yeah, I don't think there's anyone else.
No, just type in MINCE Band. You'll find us if you want. We're out there.
Good stuff. Well, thank you very much for coming, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
No, it's a pleasure.
You guys
I'm sure we'll have you on again. We'll do we'll do it next time you drop an album. We'll have you on again.
Brilliant.
Or anything, even if you do a single. Or again, we'll just have you on next week.
We'll just rotation as well. We can get Clem and George on.
Yeah. Exactly. Rotation.
Substitutes.
Yeah, super subs. Right, thank you very much for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, check out MINCE. Get down to the gig tomorrow night. as this has come out now. And we'll see you in the next one.
Toodles.
Au revoir.
Goodbye.